Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more than the meta. So guys, I want to talk about a defense I had to jump into to stop a guy who was running the Jets offense, and he was in particular he was using the shotgun doubles mesh spot. This is the money play this guy ran to all the time, and he was pretty much carving up my defense until I jumped into this at the very end of the game and basically shut him out. So we'll be talking about this. One thing I do want to do is give a shout out to my new subs in the game. I am him, Jeremy Elliott, Deja I'm sorry, Orlando Ortiz Jr., and King Wyatt. So guys, I apologize if I mispronounce your sub names. I apologize about that. If you guys have subbed before, you want a shout out, just go ahead and drop a note down in the comments that, hey, you want a shout out for being a sub of mine. So guys, let's go ahead and jump into this gameplay. This is going to be all defense that I'll be showing you. I'm also got the whiteboard going on, so I'll show you some of my different adjustments and stuff like that. I did have a subscriber actually request that I work on match defenses, and unfortunately match is broken as we're speaking right now, but I did experiment with a match defense in this gameplay, which it looked good, but this guy's offense was very effective against it. So in this gameplay, I'm actually going to be using cover 2 match, and want to kind of show you what I'm doing with this coverage. So basically it's cover 2 match. These guys lock up with the players, basically lock up, and then you have the 3, which is essentially my user responsibility. Now what I was discovering is that I can go ahead and take my defender and put him in a deep blue in this sync defense. So this is cover 2 sync, and the key to making cover 2 sync work correctly, where you have matching principles, is that you have to go ahead and drop one of your guys into a deep third for it to work super effectively. There's other ways to get match to work, but for the most part, this is the way that's going to be more consistent. So he basically did a run play. I'm able to go ahead and get a nice little tackle to stop him from only a 4-yard gain, or even I had a nice little angle. He's staying in this tight bunch, tight formation, and he hits me the first time with mesh. I have a defender out there, but the guy doesn't get out there in time to go and stop it. So this is the first time he hits me with mesh. Mesh spot was this guy's money play. So he used this play the entire game when he needed a first down. He had his reads down. He ran it stock. So that was something I had to take in consideration in this game. And I started becoming desperate at the end of the game to change this out. Jumps right here into basically a basic double set. Once again, the way I've got this defense set up, this guy's matching right here. He's matching. This guy matches, and this guy's going to match to number 2, and then I'm going to user basically a number 3 or C for anybody that comes over the middle of the field, and I've got a deep zone going over the middle of the field. I think what he does is he runs the ball in this type of situation. No, he doesn't. He goes for it. Slants across the board, and right here, I don't know what happened with my defender. He was in position. I don't know if I clicked on or whatever, but he takes a simple slants play, stock play, turns it into a touchdown. So the defender didn't react to the ball. He actually got the ball into the end zone. So he basically hit me with mesh, a couple run plays, and all that stuff. So now I go ahead and jump into cover 2 once again. He's got trip set, so this guy's going to match if he goes vertical. He's going to match if he goes vertical. I've got a deep third out here, so he'll catch any guy crossing over the middle, and my responsibility is to deal with anybody over the side with my pass coverages. But what my opponent had a different play in mind. He's going to just hit me with a bubble screen, and look at the blocking right there. Really good play by him with the blocking to basically get an easy first down with that. So he jumps into an RPO alert bubble and just carves me up with that particular play. Go to the gun trips offense again. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and try to close down my box a little bit, try not to give his offensive linemen leverage against my defenders. Drop this deep third right here. He's going to match vertical. He's going to match vertical. If this guy crosses over, he's going to get scooped up by this guy. My only concern is going to be the drag underneath, because if he does, it kind of could flare out, this guy's going to go and take that out. So I have to take care of any kind of a tight end route. Right here, you could see here's the matching principle. So this is perfect right here. So this guy's matched up. This guy's matched up. I've got the deep third that's matching. This route right here is matched. My responsibility is to kind of box off this area if this guy gets past the third, because the third I don't think carries with it, and he doesn't. So you can see I'm going to my responsibility, and I pulled my I don't know what happened to my dude. My dude pulled off right here, just trips, falls over his own feet, but he throws the ball out of bounds. Aaron Rodgers is not as accurate as he used to be. But basically, cover 2 sink, the way I have to set that up, basically when it comes to these crossing routes, just shut it down completely. He had nowhere to go with the ball based on the coverages. So back at it again, back to tight. I think this is where he hits me with mesh once again. I try to go and hit him with a blitz version of this. Basically, it's just a VENM Fire, and he runs the ball, and I get some pretty good block shots there. Put him in a 3rd and 9 situation. I believe he no huddles, and then he jumps into mesh, quickly audibles into play, snaps it. So I've got a soft squat out here. I got another soft squat out here. My responsibility is to take the over. So he's essentially going ahead, and he's got one route coming this way, another route coming this way. I've got my 2 high safeties, and these guys are playing underneath. That's my responsibility, is to take away the route. He actually throws in the coverage. In the lab, I've seen these defensive backs playing that corner route, so that route is actually pretty effective right there. It gets pretty shut down. So get him in a 4th and 9. This is a good situation right now to get a stop against him. Going back, he goes once again with mesh spot. I go with tight doubles, and I think I go with the blitz version of this because I didn't want to give this guy any kind of time to wait for plays to develop. But actually, no, I go in cover 2 sink. So basically, this guy's going to match. He's going to match. You're going to match. You're going to match. And then you've got the wheel, which essentially should be my responsibility with the wheel right there. And let's see what happens with this here play. The wheel goes ahead, it gets matched up right here, and I have to take away basically this route right here with the cover 2. Don't read it correctly, and I actually get a missed throw because I get some pressure off the edge. So get a stop against him. He actually gets a fumble against me, and as a result, I'm back on offense. And this is where he just basically destroyed cover 2. This is when I realized that this is not the best defense to spam on a regular basis, because he does this concept right here. So basically what he's doing is he's running stock plays, and he's doing 2 clear outs, and then he's got a high and then another route like this. So watch what happens with the play. He does a play action. I'm on an island over here defending two wide receivers because these guys are completely matched up. They're sitting here in their squats, and I've got these guys right here that are just, I'm just trying to defend. So he can pretty much wait for the play to develop. Right there, he actually throws it right to me. My user doesn't take it out, and as a result, he gets a first down on it. No huddles again, and basically I think I jumped into cover 3 just to try to change things up. He gets a nice little run right there. In that type of situation, we go and bunch up the line once again. Right here goes back to the play once again, and I know that he's coming back to it. I know this stuff is all locked up, so my responsibility is to use these two wide receivers, and he throws it right over the top of me. I bit down to the underneath route, and he actually gets the ball in the end zone. So right then and there, I just realized, okay, this guy pretty much exposed with a quick snap play my cover 2 match defense out of the sink. I can't come back to this again on a regular basis as a base play. So I decided to go and jump into the 1-4-6 defense, and this is the double A gap blitz defense, Okie roll defense I'm using. It's cover 3. I'm actually going ahead and playing the sticks in this type of situation, so I just want my guys to go ahead and drop right here into these zones, and then I've got basically 3 high safeties with this. Look, this is the problem why you can't spam this defense. This defense is for pass only, but not run only, or not someone that runs. Because look at this. I get myself out of position slightly. This is my responsibility. I've got to bottle up this run in this type of situation, and I whiffed. I completely whiffed on this tackle, and then he gets a good angle, gets another good angle. And then Dalvin Cook is off to the races. He gets a touchdown. So that's the only thing I don't like about this the Okie roll defense is that even though it's got a very imposing front, it's not good against the run. So 2 plays with the run play, he basically gets up on me. So Going in the fourth quarter here, I go ahead and jump into a totally different defense. This is basically, you know, the nickel 2-4. The way I have my audible set up, I've got linebacker blitz 1, I've got overstorm brave for pressure, and then I'm also experimenting with cover 9 and cover 6. And the way I run cover 9 and cover 6 is that I have the cover 4 version, or the quarters, where the 3 wide receiver side is, and then the flat, you know, I've got the basically cover 2 side on the weak side with only 2 wide receivers. So I'll show this to you on basically how to do these adjustments. Now, out of the huddle, I'm going to come out of the double safety blitz. Essentially what I'm doing is trying to get a couple guys down in the box. This guy obviously was not afraid to run, so I wanted to go ahead and get some people down in the box to go ahead and stop his run. So you can see this is a run heavy set. He's got 2 tight ends, and basically what I'm doing is I'm running the box right here, which essentially is going to be the cover 4 and then the quarters flat, basically where I'm going to have, you know, 3 receivers. Now he's doing a balanced set, so because it's a balanced set, it doesn't make a difference which way I'm going to go with it. But this essentially is designed to shut down his run. So right here I get him a situation where he loses 3 yards. He goes back at it again. All right, so I've got 3 wide receivers on this side. I only got 2 over here. So this is kind of a good situation to go ahead and use. I would say probably your best bet is to really more or less use the flat quarter or a half zone coverage on the short side of the field, and use the quarters coverage and the quarter flat coverage on the wide side of the field. So that's probably the best way to run this, especially when you're bringing your safeties down, because if you do a flat out here and then you have a vert hook, this guy is completely out of position to be able to get over the top of the ball. So you probably want to do that. And I'm just making an observation as I'm looking at the film right now. So let's go ahead and see this. I should have this play flipped. So this stuff should be on this side, and then vice versa. I should have basically flat and then a soft squat over here. That's probably the best way to run this defense, based on just some of the alignments and stuff like that. But you can see how threatening the box is, and he's really got nowhere to go with the ball. Now I do have good players on defense, so that does make a big difference. So he goes back to his money play. I go ahead and jump into basically my Ochre roll defense, just to try to get it going against this guy. This has got mesh concepts, and once again, he pushes out the zone with the wheel, and he's got the drag underneath. And look at this animation he gets. My defender gets completely out of position with Harbin. Harbin just runs past me, gets a first down. So a 3rd and 12 situation, and I've got basically zones like that, and my guy just does not get in position. So I'm kind of in a bind again. Right here, once again, I think I'm going to jump into a defense, or go into cover 6. In this type of situation, this should be flipped based on spacing more than anything else. So that's probably my decision. That's probably not a good decision. I was looking for 3 wide receivers, but I think that probably your best bet is to flip these guys for spacing reasons and making sure you're not going to get over the top. Once again, he goes with a really good play. Not a lot of people use draw plays. Draw was really good. Caught me off of my heels. I was falling back. And he's able to go ahead and get a first down, so or get some pretty good yards right there. So 6 yards right there. I think I jumped into cover 2, and once again, I should be doing the quarters on this side of the quarter flat over here, flat, deep, 0 on the short side of the field, just because of spacing issues more than anything else, and making adjustments. So right here, I think I flipped it, which is really the good decision right there. I should leave this offense as is. He doesn't like what he's seeing in this type of situation, so I think what he does is he calls a timeout in this play. So we go back at it again. I'm going to go ahead and just run the defense again, but now I go ahead and run into a different defense. I'm running basically a defense where I've got a single high safety. I'm dropping these guys into zone flats, and then I'm using this guy. I only have basically 3 rushers, but this is coverage defense. This is kind of a fag defense. But you can see how these guys just shoot the gaps. He's got nowhere to go with his inside zone. Put him in a 3rd and 1 situation. So I'm going to come back to this play. This is going to be crucial to the series of defense. So back at it again. Got the defense set up. Same exact defense, I think, set up right here. And basically in this type of situation, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. So let's see here. I go into cover 2 version of this blitz with the zone flats. more than anything else. I just want to try to get some pressure against this guy. I don't want to make him make any kind of fast decisions, and I'm able to go ahead and get a nice little tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So third and one situation, I call a timeout. I want to reset, and what do I do with this? I think I jump into basically cover 6 in this type of situation. Once again, I should have this play. I should have this play reversed just because these safeties are down in the box, and they really can't support any kind of a deep ball. So if he does a streak right here out like this, I might not be able to cover that. He goes with mesh once again. So, you know, he's got basically a corner route that's going to get bottled up. He's got a drag. He's got a drag. He's got the spot, and then he's got the wheel that's clearing out the defensive back. So once again, he goes ahead, goes to the backside. So I was anticipating to go to the wide side, but he goes to the backside, clears out the zone completely, and actually gets a nice little first down. So I'm in a bind right now. If you take a look at the score, I'm down by a score. He's got 2-point conversion right there, and he just keeps smashing me with mesh. He just keeps hitting me with mesh, and I think I go into cover 6 once again. I do have it on the right side. I got the setup correctly because I've got the short side, which is going to be the cloud flats. I shift my defensive line over, because if he's got an inside zone, I don't want these guys, you know, getting good position on my defensive line. So I shift them over. So if he does run the ball, these run fits are going to be taken out. It's going to make it difficult for these guys to make run fits or to get on my defensive line. And this is where I get the flukiest play ever. Rodgers misses the ball, and I get some luck. This is like, you know, elite team luck that you get when you get plays like this. So this I would have been pissed off if this happened to me. If I'm trying to close out a game and all of a sudden this type of a play happens to me. So I got lucky. It's really lucky. This guy basically was in a situation where he could have shut me out. He would have got 3 points, forced me to go and score a touchdown. So gets the ball back here, 2 minutes left in the game. I go ahead and drop my box down again. Once again, I don't want to give this guy any kind of running rooms, and then I'm just shutting down this guy's run. So that's the only good thing about this safety double safety blitz defense with a roll down. It really does shut down the run very well. I'm using cover 9, show 2, just to go and just switch things up. He goes back to tight doubles again. I'm going to use the double safety blitz as my base coverage. I think I probably bounced around a little bit. I'm just thinking about, you know, this mesh play that he runs into. And right here, do I make the adjustment? So this is the adjustment. So basically, I go ahead. Once again, I'm doing the linebacker blitz. I'm doing hard flats out here. I've got a single high safety, and I'm usering this guy. And really what I'm usering is I'm trying to user away this stuff right over, you know, right over the middle of the field, so he can't hit the spot route. Close up the box a little bit, goes back to mesh. This guy's clearing out, so this guy's coming down to take out the clear out, and he doesn't see my defender falling into the shadows. Pick him off, get myself an interception, pick 6, because I make that last second adjustment against this guy that was spamming at all time, and he actually quits out. So once again, guys, thanks for your support. If you like these gameplays, let me know down in the comments. What do you use to stop mesh concept, like the mesh concept? If someone just runs a quick snaps mesh, what do you guys do? So once again, thanks for your support. Until next time.